Welcome back to video 2 of your Aweber training. Again, my name is Jennifer Patterson, and in this training we're going to go over how to set up your follow-up email. So in the last video we set up our list, and so in this one we're going to create your first follow-up email for that list. So under the Messages tab, you're going to see this follow-up button. You're going to want to click on that. And then you'll see, because this is the brand new list I created with you, there are currently no follow-ups. So to create one, we click on this great big green button that says New HTML Message. And it brings us to the message templates. And loading. Alright, so first thing, it's going to want a subject. So let's see, usually you can do your first one because it's a follow-up with some sort of welcome message. It depends really on what it is that you were offering as to what they signed in for, and so you can do with a welcome or a thank you, and the exact wording isn't as important as making sure whatever it is, it's consistent with what they signed up for. And then you'll see down here they've got this whole block editor thing. If you click on it, it'll give you the X mark and the plus mark, and I always just click X and get rid of it. Now see, here you have headline button is if you want to create a headline. Paragraph is if you just want to do normal, like a text block where you're typing. Article does a picture with some text around it, and it usually has a read more link so that it could take them to a website to read more, so I don't usually use that. Obviously an image is an image. Button, if you want to add a button. Follow me, this adds in your Twitter and Facebook. If you linked your Twitter and Facebook, it uses your defaults, whatever those defaults are. If you have a business where you actually sell stuff, you can add a product, you can add coupons. If you created a logo and uploaded a logo picture, you can insert your logo. And whatever you typed in for your signature for this list, that's what this signature is here. So I usually just do a paragraph, and it's going to have this auto text in Latin. And the easiest thing is just to delete that. So you can do hi there, and if you have captured their name, this little head button here, this is where you can add in if you want their name, their email, any of the information they've submitted in your list. So I usually just do the first name, and that way it automatically fills it in with whatever data was captured into your list. And then you type up your email, whatever you want to say. Make sure it's true to you, it follows your heart, it's got your passion, and it's again cohesive with whatever it was you offered them on the page they came from. And after you finish, this is where if you click out of that box, it closes it up and you can add more of these other pieces. So if you want, you can do your little signature. You can add a logo if you want to. If you want to change the order, you can change the order by dragging stuff around. So if you ever mess up, this is all movable. And you can put in your follow buttons if you want to. If you want a different picture, you can throw a picture in there, and you can either upload a file by clicking this button. You can browse their gallery, or you can put in a website if you know the website of the picture you want to insert. You can choose whether it's left or right or center. You can possibly reset the size depending on whether or not it gives you the options. And if you ever want to remove it, you can click X and the plus mark duplicates. And So I don't need a picture. Whatever you decide to do, whatever. Oh, if you want to add personalization into the subject, this is the button for that. So you can do like first name in their subject line. There are templates. If you click this template button, if you want to make your email look pretty, so say since it's getting close to Thanksgiving right now at the time of this recording, you could add this Thanksgiving template, so it's got this nice pretty turkey and whatnot. Because the follow-ups go out automatically, you might not want it to be seasonal. I usually stick with the plain white just because it's pretty easy. But if you have one of these that looks nice and matches your business, you know, you can do whatever you want to. This is your business, your list, your email, and you are free to do whatever it is that you want. So you can make it as pretty or as plain as you want to. So after you're done, you're going to want to do test and preview. That brings you into this page where it shows you what the email is going to look like when it goes out. If you have any web links in here, this is where you can click on them and see if they actually work. And here you can type in your email and click send test, and it will send this email to you. When you're done testing, you click the close button. And just to show you what a link looks like, let me put one in here. So I'm going to do just my blog site, just to show you. You highlight the text you want to be a link, and then you see this little chain button right here, and if you highlight over it tells you link. You click that chain, and then it asks you for what website you want that link to go to. If you had the full HTTP text in there, it would automatically choose whatever you typed in, but I didn't do the full HTTP text, so it didn't know what to choose for me. And then you'll notice it does this little green check mark for valid, that it's actually a real website, so you want to see that green check mark with whatever you put in there. And when you are done and you've tested and you like it, you want to click the green save button and then click on next. Alright, so now here are these settings. You have click tracking, if you want it to track how many people click on the web link in your email, which I highly recommend you keep that in mind. You do want tracking because you need to know what your results are, so you want to leave that alone. So all you're going to have to do here is click save and exit. If you have more than one email in your follow-up series, it's going to ask you how many days from the previous email you want it to go out. So like this one right here is message number 1. You see the interval right here is 0. That means it's going to go out immediately as soon as they either opt in or confirm, depending on which setting you have turned on. So if I went and created another one of these, it would ask me how many days for message 1. And if I did that, I could choose if I wanted it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, a week, however long I want it to choose. You can set up as many follow-ups as you want. So if you want it to automatically once a month remind them, or once a week, you can have it set up that way. And then if for some reason you decide you want your emails in a different order, because this allows you to drag and drop, you can change up the order of your emails too. And then you'll see down here there's this campaign sharing section. That's where if you want to, if you turn that on, any of your team members, if you're really a go-getter and want to be a team lead, you can allow them to share your follow-up messages. And when you turn it on, it gives you this campaign code. If they take that code and type it in and click load, then they will have the exact same emails that you have, and that's where that snippet text would come in handy, because you can have it to where all they have to do is change the snippet text to their name or their phone number or whatever personal details need to be swapped out. And again, there's some great training inside of Aweber on how to utilize that if you want to. So that is basics of how to set up your first follow-up email. What you say isn't as important as it being consistent with whatever it was they signed up for. So make sure you are thankful, make sure you are welcoming and friendly, and be consistent in the message. So if you were asking them to check out an opportunity, thank them for asking to check out an opportunity. If you were asking them to take a look at a product, thank them for taking the time to look at that product. If you were inviting them just to join your newsletter, then welcome them to your newsletter. So, the message needs to be consistent with what it is that they offered their information for. And that's really as simple as it gets. So that is it for this training. In the next one, we'll go over how to create a web form, just in case you ever want to know how to do that for your own benefit. And so you kind of understand how those web forms work and interact with Aweber in your email account. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.